Yeah, and not to indulge in too many stereotypes, disobliging stereotypes about Parisians, it sometimes they can be a little bit tough to encounter. I mean, I think one of the ways in which to sort of overcome that sense of intimidation is just to accept that um, there will be intimidation, and there isn't much you can do about that except to say, look, I've made this commitment to the language and therefore to its culture and therefore to its people and its cities and so on. And challenges are good as long as I'm prepared to meet them. And hopefully there will come a time when, one of the most gratifying moments in that sense is when you get over that barrier and you feel that you've got a little seal of approval. Now, I remember this in particular when I was an intimidated uh, speaker of French, and I was on another study abroad, and uh, some French friends of mine were getting married, and they had a big ceremony, and for some reason that they asked me to be at one of the top tables, and I had to I was somehow in charge of making charming conversation with this old elderly aunt of theirs, and they sort of left me to it, where all of the other younger people were off enjoying themselves on other tables and bantering away about goodness knows what. And I remember that I thought, wow, you really dropped me into that, because how do you make conversation with some elderly lady? And I do remember these sort of struggling to find conversation topics that we could even remotely find common ground on. But nonetheless, I remember afterwards thinking, "Phew, that was challenging. I think I passed the test," but there was some silent sense in which my friends had trusted me to, charm that person in my imperfect French and be a conversation partner with this lady. It was rather lovely, actually. And that was just incredibly gratifying. It was challenging, to say the least, but it was gratifying that my friends had sort of tacitly given me some kind of seal of approval, and that I had been welcomed into the family gathering, the marriage ceremony, and the family, sort of the extended family. And it's when the French opened those doors that all of those intimidations and challenges are absolutely worth it, right? That's the exhilaration. That's when you say to yourself, those challenges and those moments of awkwardness and intimidation were worth it, because when the French open a little door like that and you get to walk through it, that's lovely. It's exhilarating,